Hello everybody! Well, I presume that you're already here because you just watched my Subaru Outback features review video and want to see how the all-new Outback performs in the drive impression and also its safety bits. However, if you haven't watched that video yet, you may click the link over there and watch it first and then come back here and join me. What? You're still here? Okay then, let's do this. Hello guys, I'm Reagan and welcome back to another car review. If you're new to my channel, I hope you click that subscribe button for your regular dose of Philippine automotive content. If you're my subscriber already, well, sit back, relax, and enjoy this driving impression. Also, special thanks to Motor Image Pilipinas for lending us the Subaru Outback to do this full review and driving impression. So the all-new Subaru Outback just has so many features that I just had to split the video into two parts. So now we're in the driving impressions. So what are you guys waiting for? Hop in, let's go. Once you get in, the Outback recognizes you based on your saved driver profile. This car can save up to 5 different drivers at a time, and once it recognizes that it's you, it will give you a greeting and automatically adjust your side mirrors and your driver's seat according to your saved preference. Now, this is also an active system, and the scanner can be seen mounted right here in the center of your dashboard. It continuously scans your face while you're driving, such that if it sees that you're distracted or you're kind of sleepy, it will issue an alarm so that you'd put your attention back on the road. Now, don't worry guys, this active system will not issue an alarm when it spots you picking your nose while you're driving. Alright guys, so we're now driving the 2022 Subaru Outback, and before I dive into the actual driving impression itself, I'd like to talk more about Subaru's EyeSight system. You see, the Outback is the first local model to be equipped with EyeSight 4.0. The rest of the lineup is still on 3.0, and basically it's an uncanny system that keeps you super safe while you're driving this car. You see, EyeSight 4.0 already now has more updated cameras that has a wider field of vision, such that even if a car or an obstacle is coming from your peripheral vision, this camera system can monitor it and apply emergency measures. Now, of course, we still get emergency braking, we have adaptive cruise control, and so many other active safety measures and systems that you can now see on your screen. Particularly, I am in love with the adaptive cruise control of this thing because, wow, it is so intuitive and so much better than the EyeSight 3.0 that I first encountered in the Subaru Forester. That adaptive cruise control should help you relieve a lot of driver's fatigue that's normally associated with a long drive or whenever you're going on a heavy traffic commute. Now, aside from those active safety systems that are part of the EyeSight 4.0 safety suite, this Outback also gets a full host of passive safety systems that you can also see on your screen. So yes, Subaru is really going out of its way to make its vehicles super ultra safe to drive, especially in today's times. Now on to the drive itself. I love the fact that this Outback feels just like a car whenever you're driving it. You see, especially when you're sitting in these seats, these Outback seats are pretty much like semi-buckets already, and they're hugging my regular Asian body pretty well. I also like the thin A-pillars that we have here and the A-pillar windows, which totally minimizes my blind spots. The fact that the Outback is also not as tall as a truck or an actual SUV means that this thing has a solid level of visibility, and it's going to be quite easy to drive around when you're going around town like what we're doing now. Now the steering feel is definitely on the light side. It's also feeling a little bit artificial, but it's not like an arcade game super light, okay? It's got a bit of heft to it, but it's still leaning more towards the light side. Now the good thing there is it would be quite easy to maneuver whenever you're going around, let's say in the mall parking area. Plus it kind of really feels like a car to drive. It has that really good sedan-like feel that I miss whenever I'm driving, let's say, a pickup-based SUV. Now the NVH of the 6th generation Outback is out of this world, guys. I mean, I didn't expect that from a lifted wagon that's meant to go overland, but man, the level of refinement and quietness in this cabin, it's really fantastic. You see, we're going through a not so perfect road here on this flyover, but wow, none of the vibrations get transmitted inside this cabin. I'm totally insulated from all the road noise outside, plus all the environment noise. So yeah, it feels like the Outback is floating over the tarmac. And that's really something that's weird, because this thing is meant to have a stiffer suspension because it's supposed to go over land, over rough trails. But it has that capability. But at the same time, on the tarmac, it feels like I'm driving an executive sedan, like a mid-sized saloon of all things. Wow, it's really crazy. Now, put in your 11-speaker Harman Kardon sound system, and you've got a cruiser, like a highway cruiser or a city, a city car that could really cocoon you in luxurious quietness as you go through these, these noisy and wild roads of Manila. Now, speaking of off-roading or going off on a trail, the Outback is also equipped with X mode, but the X mode in this thing is no longer a separate knob that's found here in your cockpit. Rather, X mode is now integrated into your vehicle command center. It's a button there up top, and it helps you modulate your traction to make sure that even if you're an all-wheel drive system already, that you'll have optimal traction when you're going through mud, snow, dirt, or stuff like that. Did you guys see the white Lambo? I mean, wow. Now, that is a car. Comment below if you want me to review a Lamborghini in my channel. But anyway, guys, going back to the Outback. Alright, so the brake feel of this thing is also pretty good. It's not too spongy, it's got a good level of response, but it needs a bit more bite. You see, the Outback has a curb weight of over 1,600 kilos, and when you're going pretty fast, yeah, the brakes, they kind of need a little bit more brake force to stop this car. Now, the good thing there is with the EyeSight 4.0, if it feels that your brake foot is not applying too much pressure, then it will do the job for you guys, thus keeping you safe and sound. Alright guys, let's try the acceleration of this thing. I'm in sport mode now, and yeah, as you can see, off the line, the new Outback feels heavy. It feels really heavy. Huh. You see, this thing has all-wheel drive, and we have the curb weight that's almost the same as a Toyota Fortuner. Now, why is that so? You see, we have a fully reinforced safety body structure here that gives you more safety, but of course adds more weight. Now, couple that with the fact that we now get a newer, Boxer 4 engine here, and not the older and more powerful Boxer 6 engine, and you have a car that really just feels sluggish off the line. Now, having said that, it doesn't mean that this Outback is underpowered. Not by a long shot, guys. You see, we're now accelerating again, and yeah, this Outback could easily pick up speed, not as easy as, let's say, the older Boxer 6 engine, but it's decent enough to carry a full load of people plus their stuff. Now, definitely this is not a speed demon, guys. It's not really a speed demon, but for daily duties, for overlanding, for your regular driving duties, it will perform perfectly well. Overall, guys, the all-new Outback still drives like an executive sedan when you're on the road, but it can transform into an off-road beast when you take it out to the trail. It has fully embraced its premium and luxurious character, and yet at the end of the day, you just have to ask yourself, who is this all-new Outback for? Exactly. The Subaru Outback seems to be in a weird place where it straddles the line between an executive sedan and a capable SUV. The thing is, for its price, its competitors are already offering 7-seat capacity and a good level of premium cabin materials inside. So, again, going back to the question, exactly who is the Subaru Outback for? Well, it's simple, really. SUVs are rugged, true, but they are rough and bumpy on the tarmac. Now, sedans are more comfortable, but it cannot go up on an off-road trail. And not everybody needs 7 seats in their rides. So if you want the go-anywhere capability of an SUV, the comfort of a sedan, the premium cabin materials of an executive saloon, and the safety of a freaking tank, well then the all-new Subaru Outback is your go-anywhere ride. Thanks for watching.